Hello, I'm Daniel, and welcome to my YouTube channel. We here at the channel are continuing in our series of videos with respect to information, education, inspiration, guidance, advice. And at the time of this recording, we are in the middle of the 2020 virus pandemic. At the time of this recording, it is a few days before Passover. Most of us are in some form of lockdown or restriction, but I still have the wherewithal to reach out to you and to implore you to be strong, be safe, be careful. And let's continue. At the beginning of Parshas Devarim, in the book of Deuteronomy, Moses is addressing the Jewish people. It's basically one long speech. And he's bidding farewell to the Jewish people. His time as leader, his leadership of the Jewish nation is coming to an end. He will be leaving the world shortly. And like his predecessor, the patriarch Jacob, he's giving blessings. But like Jacob, his blessings seem to be sometimes in the form of a rebuke. So like, well, what kind of blessing is that? It's like some sort of left-handed compliment. What's going on here? To sometimes a rebuke, if done properly, is a very good blessing. Rebukes can represent true blessings. To guide someone, to advise them, to steer them out of love, to point out shortcomings constructively, with the hope that you'll guide them toward the right path of life. That's a blessing of the highest order. And when we see someone else doing something wrong, we have an obligation to call his errant behavior to his attention. Obviously, you have to do it in a proper manner, in a way that will do some good. First of all, the act of rebuke must be sincere. You can't just do it because it's fun to point out somebody's faults, or you want to make fun of them, or you want to humiliate them. God forbid, if you humiliate someone, especially in public. The rebuke must be administered with love and sensitivity, with consideration and respect for the individual that you're rebuking. Not everyone can cope with rebuke. You have to judge each person individually. And at times, depending on who it is, the rebuke can be very stressful on the relationship. Moshe Rabbeinu, at the beginning of Devarim, takes great care in choosing the correct words of rebuke. He doesn't call out the sins directly. He merely alludes to the sinful behavior, to the mistakes, to the errors, by mentioning the places whose names refer to the sins. He was concerned that a direct rebuke might be counterproductive. We need to take the same sympathy and empathy when we're dealing with someone else. Not everyone can take everything said in the same manner. And it's important that the individual who's being rebuked is acutely aware that you're reproving him because you care deeply for the person. Otherwise, God forbid, chas v'sholom, the rebuke can have a negative effect. And you don't want that. You don't want to make things worse. At times one may choose not to rebuke, thinking maybe it's best if I just shut up and my rebuke won't be accepted. It might have a negative effect. Maybe just simply leave the door open. That's very important, leaving the door open, because one day the individual, let's say this person has strayed from the path, has gotten off the derech. One day with God's help, he will realize the folly of his lifestyle, and he will return back to home, back where he belongs. And it's very important to keep that door open. If we close the door, if we turn our back on the person, he may stay away permanently, God forbid. We don't want that. Leave the door open. They may not come back for a very, very long time, but let them know. Return, tshuva, which means return, is always possible. Just as it is with us and the Creator, so too it should be with us and, say, family members who have we've had a falling out and they leave home or go away or turn their back on us. Let them know that the door is open. Let them know that they're always welcome to return. We're going to be doing more videos along these lines. Please come back. Please watch. Please learn. And until then, I'm Daniel, and thank you too much.